Psalm 145 verse 14. The Lord upholds all those who fall and lifts up all those who are bowed down. So when we fall or when we are in trouble, the Lord lifts us up and He holds us up. This is what happened quite literally in Sergeant Arlene's life. She was in her last few days of her service in Oklahoma City, and she was so happy and full of life that she ran up the steps all the way to her fourth floor office in the Murrah Federal Office building. This was April 1995, and suddenly she says, it seemed like a ton of bricks hit me in the center of my head. Bolts of electricity shot up the tips of my toes and coursed through my body out the top of my head. My entire body was vibrating and shaking. I was plunged into total darkness and began screaming at the top of my lungs. Suddenly, she didn't know what was happening, and she suddenly remembered her praying mother. She says that I soon learned that no matter how hard I ran, I couldn't outrun prayer. I couldn't resist God's love. So, when the explosion happened in Oklahoma City, Arlene was unconscious for about 5 minutes, but then the Lord lifted her. She regained her sight, she regained her consciousness, and she was able to get up and move towards the exit, but found that there was nothing left. The entire 9 floors of the building were stacked one upon the other and all had crashed. She screamed again, and then the thought crossed her mind that she is a military personnel. She has been trained to handle all this, and also she knew her mother was praying for her, and she knew that God was with her. Right then, she said, Jesus, my Jesus. She said, I instinctively thrust my arms toward heaven and cried, Jesus, my Jesus. And even before she could say any prayer or anything, just by calling his name, she felt a total calmness and peace. And she just stopped screaming and she could breathe, and she just started taking a hang of whatever was going on, and she was beginning to understand the situation, and she was able to help all the other people who were in need. So she says that 168 people died as a result of that bombing, but God held me up. He lifted me up when I was fallen, and He kept holding me up and using me to help so many other people. Until date, she has a ministry called the Cross and Dove, which she uses to help many people who go through various kinds of trauma and other bad situations. So today, the Lord is holding you up. If you have fallen down, the Lord will lift you up, and He will uphold you and make you strong and use you as a blessing to help others. So, whatever you're going through, don't be disheartened. Just call out to Jesus, call His name, just pray to the Lord, and the Lord will definitely lift you up and hold you in His embrace. Remember, this God is a loving God, and His love is unlimited, and His love is unconditional. Just go to Him and He will embrace you. God loves you. God bless you.